just feels like you're watching probably Barcelona versus Bayern. But we know that for their pressing, Barcelona will hold on to the ball so well. But so far, Big Ups hasn't been able to channel that into chances.
He needs to find a way to get into the penalty area, but still outside. Flo Bena has as many as 8 players behind the ball now. Messi walks into the penalty area, but he's been stopped right there. Sergio Ramos was right there to make sure that interception was done. Messi on the ball now for Flo Bena. And Flo Bena definitely knows how to make very good use of his spaces in his opponent's team. Just 2-3 passes and he's into the final
defense open. And it's all about the runs for me. It's something which is highly underrated. We've got one of the players here in the tournament who really makes good use of the runs. Hopefully get him on the stream. That is the man Kennedy. He triggers around 3 to 4 runs and it could get you all confused. We saw Flo Bena also triggering that run with Renato Sanchez. They decided to ignore the pass. At sometimes it is very crucial to the gameplay. He walks down that flat. Yes, on high up into Renato Sanchez. Well, the close control this time around, they went up for him.
It was too close to the byline, the goal line, I should say. And it's a goal kick. Well, some adjustments need to be made, and as you can see, it's being made in there.
I'm sure it was Big Ups who initiated that pause. When you're down by a goal against a tough player and a tough opponent in Habibu Sule, you'd have to change something up. If it's even in life, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and it doesn't work for you, you have to try to switch it up.
Exactly.
And it's no surprise that Big Ups has gone into the pause, maybe switch 1 or 2 things up and it might just work out for him.
Let's see how things will work out for Big Ups. He's still down by a goal to nil and is looking at making changes. He's done with it now and the game can continue. Flo Bena still leading by a goal to nil. Big Ups has just 24 minutes. Well, better still, 22 minutes to make amends.
Well, that's a lot of time when it comes to FIFA Esports. even if you've got 10 minutes, you can work something up. And well, the play province man, has he gotten it into him to beat the Explosion Esports man who has kindly exploded into life at the warm-up Esports Festival? You just can't seem to be stopped. And he's on his way to grabbing maximum points in Group A. What a very, very strong start from Flo Bena. But he's not done yet. He's not grabbed all 6 points yet. He's got about 20 minutes to hold on to the lead. Probably find himself top of the group. Sanchez. Flo Bena taking his time, taking the clock away a bit. It's now game management from Flo Bena, trying to frustrate your opponent, but he just gives the ball away cheaply. Maybe the commentators jinx there. Coming from me as Neymar. Well, a threaded pass into Renato Sanchez, just couldn't find.
That Big Ups is highly undecisive with his final decisions not being prudent, or you think that it's Flo Bena who's done defensively?
It also comes down to how Flo Bena is playing, because he's holding the ball so well, he's managing the time so well. Anytime you get the ball, you want to rush into your attacks, and that is what is kind of happening to the play province player. And he's in a very difficult situation, and he's created a very difficult pattern for himself as Flo Bena still holding on to the ball. If you are a professional FIFA Esports player and you're leading by a goal to nil in minutes like these, 83rd minutes going to the 90th minute, it's time management. Work your way to holding on to the ball. So we're trying to create maybe one final opportunity for yourself, and that is what Flo Bena is doing excellently there.
If you're not doing this, if you're not in the lead, what do?
If you're not in the lead and it's probably a draw, and a draw is good enough for you, you can still hold on to the ball. But if you're in Big Ups' shoes in this moment, you have to put on constant press, and that is what I'm sure he went into that pause to do. Try to activate the constant press to try to put a little bit more pressure on Flo Bena. Get him to maybe make 1 or 2 mistakes. If you haven't seen too much from him, he's been almost brilliant so far at the warm-up plus Esports Festival. The Group A action happening live at the premises of TV Fever. Almost getting there. A final minute to go, and it can almost be confirmed that Flo Bena getting all 6 points on the board. Surely now he is there.
He gets it, Flo Bena. And as it stands now, it looks like he is progressing to the next stage. 1-0 it ended. Flo Bena defeated Big Ups by a goal to nil. 90 minutes done, and the second round of games has seen the first one of it ended 1-0 in favor of Flo Bena. 6 points for him, 7-goal difference. He's on a cruise.
That is quite surprising for me because when I'm assessing the whole of FIFA 23 as a season for professional FIFA esports players in Ghana, when I've got my upper echelons of players this year, I wouldn't really put Sule up there because the likes of Big Ups and Co have been winning more tournaments and tournaments like these, but on the bigger stages. It is where the big players show up, and it seems like experience really played a big part in that one for Flo Bena.
Well, Big Ups, unfortunately for him, but we are waiting for the other matchups. Augustin is here.
Yeah, going to be playing against Pretty Boy.
Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy has an opportunity. Augustin lost his first. I don't know if Coach Sheldon has finished his first. Well, we need an update on that. You could hear him in the background making noise. He's won everything, but we're waiting for the next game. Augustin, yes, against Pretty Boy. Another PSG. Pretty Boy in his white, and then Augustin in the blue.
Very tough game to call. I must say both guys will surely be going into this one thinking, I've got to get a win. Both of them do not have any wins on the board. Augustin coming at the back of that heavy defeat to Flo Bena France when he lost by 6-0. Pretty Boy Adels in that game against his teammates. Big Ups drew that game 2-2, a very, very tight game, but they'll all be looking to go on very, very aggressive to try to get the victory. It promises to be a very, very interesting encounter, as this one is going to be the second round of games. Who joins Flo Bena at the top? Maybe he wouldn't get all 6 points, but if Pretty Boy Adels wins, he's got 4. If Augustin wins, that registers his first.
Well, if Augustin wins, it means that this group is going to open up. It's going to be open up. And it means that anyone, Pretty Boy, Flo Bena would have done himself some good. He's on an unassailable lead, and the rest would need to battle in the final 2 games to seek qualification, and that will be very much interesting to look at. But just as you can see, we are also seeing some dynamism here. 3 back. Is it a 5-3-2 system?
5-3-2 system, which I've already mentioned earlier, is so popular with the ending of FIFA 23. At the start of the game, you could probably make mention of the 4-2-3-1, which was probably the most favored formation, but now 5-3-2 kind of feels like gives you more safety at the back because people now have figured the game out. They know how to score easier and easier. They found more really, really good ways to attack your defense. But playing 5-3-2, you are safe at the same time. You've got 1 or 2 options up front that if you are good brilliantly up front, you will be able to create chances. And it's no surprise that both guys have really figured out that formation to try to use.
Yeah, as the Esports Festival Warm-Up Plus relaunch here on TV3, and this is the first of its kind here for TV3, powered by 3 Sports together with the Ghana Esports Federation, bringing you the best gamers to give you the very excellent e-gaming skills you've never seen before. With me here is Sly, who is one of the best bandits. He's followed the esports game for as long as you can tell, right from the scratch. He knows bits and pieces, so if you are not one of the top e-gamers, this is a great opportunity to have bits and pieces of lectures from the big man in here to also learn a lot in there. But don't forget that the Warm-Up Plus has also been relaunched. It's back on your screens every Saturday at 11 a.m. and we bring you a lot more of these, you know. It's not just this festival. It's going to be consistent on warm-up to give you the very best of preparations ahead of the big championships that will be coming up. And we are doing this in recognition that the Ghana Football Association has taken note of this esports, and they've been getting some of the top gamers in competitions.
I really
as well.
like that you made mention of the Ghana Football Association. Now, if we're liking how the esports scene in Ghana is to the traditional football scene in Ghana is, we know we play our local leagues where Hearts, Kotoko, Mediama are in those local leagues, but they are looking for ways to get into the bigger leagues, into the CAF Champions League.
So we are inching closer. 2 gamers, as you can see on your screens now. Augustin in his blue, Pretty Boy in his yellow, but they are already finished up the pieces, and they are going to be using PSG, another PSG matchup here. Both PSG.
The last time PSG didn't go so well for Augustin. I was maybe expecting to switch it out, but Charlie, he's still with the PSG outfit.
So you'll be seeing Augustin with the blue Keza, and then Pretty Boy would also have the red Keza on him. But if you look at the jerseys, yes, we are waiting to see who starts on a high. The red definitely going for Pretty Boy, and the blue going for Augustin. So Augustin in the traditional PSG colors, and then Pretty Boy in the away jersey for PSG. Let's see how things are going to put out for Gaston. But yes, Pretty Boy on the run with the first 3 minutes of the game. But his effort has been quickly blocked there by the defenseman of Gaston. Another great opportunity, but this time around Gaston has a very fruitful clearance and he gets into the midfield.
Interesting start. Very, very exciting start from Pretty Boy Dels. Looking to find those seams and those little spaces there as Mbappe almost found one for himself. Pretty Boy Dels not relenting at any point in time. Just 8 minutes gone, he's created about 3 solid chances and he could have found himself in the lead. That is what the Esports Festival is all about. How quick can you be? How quick can you get into your opponent's defense? How quick can you score goals? And well, Pretty Boy Dels was looking to be one of the quickest today to be able to grab his first goal of the game.
We need a point, but Gaston needs the points. Was a very good delivery inside penalty area. Lovin. Oh, that high volley couldn't materialize into a goal. But great save there from Donnarumma. He made his body big enough to make sure he had something on that.
I'm really proud of how Augustin created that opportunity, but once you create that opportunity, you must finish it. Coming up against Pretty Boy Dels, once he locked that ball, you could see the extra pass line right there for Neymar, who was open inside the box, and that is the difference between someone who's really, really good and someone who's okay. Finding that pass, you have to try to find that extra pass, and it really, really cost him there. But it feels like Augustin is now getting into his groove. We didn't really see much of him in the attacking end again.
Not at all. And he has a corner kick. If you miss that action, it's similar to Kylian Mbappe's welcome final goal.
Yeah.
That high volley, yes, that high volley is scored with a brilliant switch of passing between himself and Marcos throughout. Great opportunity out for Pretty Boy in the run. Renato Sanchez is down the right flank, gets the ball into the path of Kylian Mbappe, and that's the opener. Beyond the reach of Donnarumma, and Mbappe gets Pretty Boy ahead. Augustin once again on the back foot. But the counter, which Augustin has always resorted to, dealt him a very big blow. He is down by a goal to nil. Augustin nil, Pretty Boy 1.
You have to be dynamic with the way you attack. And big ups to Pretty Boy Dels for doing that. He's already telling you that he can attack when you've got a low block. If he also goes into the low block, if he gets you on the counter, he is going to punish you, and that is what we just saw there. Kylian Mbappe 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he does not miss. Grabs that first goal of the game. Pretty Boy Dels, the play province man, kindly leading by a goal to nil. Sergio Ramos with an excellent tackle in those midfield areas for Augustin, who's looking for a reply himself.
Excellent sliding tackle. Press no Kimpembe. That was just flawless.
Yeah, very,
and he stopped Mbappe right in his tracks in there.
Neymar into Mbappe, Augustin. And I try to exchange those 1-2 passes there. Sometimes we speak of you have to be playing quick, you have to be playing quick, but you have to be playing quick intelligently. Sometimes when you play too quick and the passes go haphazardly, they just go astray and then they might just end up in the throw and they just give the ball away. But if you play intelligently, finding the intricate passes at the right place at the right time. I always focus on these 2 words because sometimes you might give the pass to a player, it might locate that player, but he wasn't at the right place. Sometimes he was in the right place, but it wasn't the right time. So take note of those. And so far, it is Pretty Boy Dels creating all the big chances.
What a mess! Kylian Mbappe, highly surprising, with the outside of his right foot.
Yeah, FIFA 23, we know all about outside foot finish. And it almost felt like it was going to find the back of the net. But Mbappe, with the whole of the goal to aim at, just smashes that over the bar. Pretty Boy Dels might just be ruining that miss.
Yeah, he needs to be very careful. This is a game of football, and in any sport, you fail to take your chances, your opponent will definitely punish you. Don't profligate when it comes to football, especially.
4 minutes to go in that first half with Pretty Boy Dels up by a slender lead. By that lone goal, which he's done okay to protect, as we've not seen too many chances after he went a goal up from Augustin. Final chance here, surely of the first half, with Kimpembe in unorthodox positions in that midfield area. And when you've got defenders in there, they are not really good ball carriers. So sometimes when you press them, you're able to win the ball back, and that's what just happened to Augustin, who could end the first half on a high.
That's a free kick in there, right on the edge of the penalty area. Lionel Messi puts himself up for it.
Who else would you want behind this ball? Lionel Messi, but can you execute 25 meters away from goal? We know how deadly free kicks are. Cannot guess to make good use of them straight up into the wall. And surely that is going to end that first half of the action.
And exactly, the first half has ended. Pretty Boy leading Augustine by goal today. Augustine started really with much confidence and much more attacking minded than before, but he was unfortunately punished for being too adventurous.
Well, if you look at how the game kind of panned out in that first 15 minutes, we saw Pretty Boy, they was creating chance after chance after chance.
Great opportunity now, Kylian Mbappe, and he shoots wide once again.
Yep.
Pretty Boy getting all the opportunities, but he's fluffing them.
Continuing in the same fashion like the way he started the first half, creating chance after chance after chance, but when Augusta kind of grew into the game, he adapted a system where, okay, I'll wait for you now, create the chances, I'll break you on the counter, and that is what produced that goal for him. He's done excellently well so far, and we are looking forward to seeing how he plays on the rest of the game. But Messi there with a very brilliant run through those defenses, but just couldn't find the extra pass. Ball still with Pretty Boy Dels here. 52 minutes going on the game clock.
And that's the finish there from Kylian Mbappe. And Pretty Boy has scored the second goal. Augusta once again conceding more. He is now on a negative goal difference of 8.
That's a big mountain to climb now. Very tall mountain. This is about what you're seeing, the comeback into Kylian Mbappe. It is not as easy as you seem. There was a defender right in front of him, so he had to pass at the right time. And well, Neymar perfecting that pass with giving Pretty Boy Dels that cushion. He can now breathe a little bit. He's creating chances. He just couldn't score them, but he can now breathe with that 2-goal cushion. And it will be up to big ups now. Trying to get some points off of Augusta. It looks like this will be the case in some sort.
Well, he'll be asking himself, is he the whipping boy of the group? How am I going to place my cards very well to make sure I get 3 points off him, judging from what happened in the final game between Big Ups, Pretty Boy, and then Flo Bena. So that is also going to be, and unless Flo Bena doesn't want to win that game, and that's a finish. Third goal in there. Pretty Boy with a third, and Augustine is still struggling.
Goals coming left, right, and center from the play province now. But it's interesting to see how the group span out. Now, we've already established that Flo Bena is probably going to win all of those 6 goals. But for Big Ups, he's been put in a position which he would not like. He's in the group with his teammates. He would have loved if probably he and Pretty Boy Dels would have been top. But we can establish that Sule is probably going to win. But for Big Ups, even if he gets the final win against Augusta, and Pretty Boy Dels manages to win against Sule,
and that's well, he misses the post by inches, and it means that should he play against Augusta, and I'm talking about Big Ups, he needs to score as many goals as he can, and hoping that Flo Bena defeats Pretty Boy. Yeah, well, this is going to be interesting in the final matchup.
That is the beauty of FIFA Esports. Everything you enjoy with traditional football, you can do same with FIFA Esports, the World Map Plus Esports Festival, bringing us loads of goals, loads of mouth-watering saves, chances after chances after chances, brilliant FIFA gameplay all around. And so far, the top men are they're doing really well. And with 73 minutes gone, Pretty Boy Dels in a very healthy as of guessing.
Well, he's struggling. He's still struggling, and just like I said, it's getting difficult for him. Well, I've never liked playing 5 men at the back because of the spacing between the lateral defenders and those who are the main central defender. Because if you have quick players like Mbappe, Messi, and then Neymar running through the channels, it's always difficult for you to defend against them, and that has been the trump card of Pretty Boy in this game. He just press play, opens up the defense, and he's good to go. And that's another great opportunity. But once again, as wasteful as he is, he misses it. But he went to corner.
The step over, the number one skill move, in my opinion. Maybe you could say the reverse elastico is your number one skill move, but for me, the step over which the Danish wonderkid Anders Bergman introduced to the FIFA world. He kind of showed us the light and the way of scoring. Step over, and Pretty Boy Dels able to use that step over in his favor, gained that opportunity, but just couldn't find the finish. He's still 3 goals up, so he's not probably going to care. But with just 5 minutes to go. It's looking the worse for wear for Augustin as he's staring down the barrel of defeat in this one as well. When he grab a consolation, have you noticed that he's still not being able to grab a goal at the tournament?
Not at all, and that's exactly what he's looking for. Augustin should do me proud. I'm supporting you at this time. Just give me a goal, please. But Pretty Boy is not ready to give the ball away. Well, he's looking for a fourth. He doesn't know what will happen in the final game. And that could be another good finish. And that's the goal. Capping off a brilliant one. Paris Saint-Germain by Pretty Boy. 4. Paris Saint-Germain by Augustin 0. Brilliant finish in there. Just look at that layback. Renato Sanchez. He set up Neymar. And that was a great opportunity. Nobody approaching him. Messi. And he backs in the 4 for Pretty Boy. And that is the end of the game. The second game of the second round has ended. Augustin has lost. Pretty Boy going away with all the 3 points. Yes, brilliant finish in there. That's a fantastic matchup. Looking up to the final matchup in there.
Attacking display from Pretty Boy Dels. He kind of felt like he scored in all areas. If you put him on the counter, he was going to beat you. If you set up that low block in the 5-back system where we saw Augustin, he was going to beat you. He's got the skill moves down as well. He's got the agile dribbling, and it was just incredible to see him play. He's now got 4 points, and he's also in pole position to qualify.
Wow, great. We'll be looking up to what happens in the other games, but certainly Paris Saint-Germain are being used by both players again, and we have the best of Group A according to the games that have been played. That is Flo Bena playing against Big Ups. Well, let's see how things are going to pan out. Big Ups already looking at getting 3 points. Yes. How is he going to do? Well, Pretty Boy, I should say. Yes, Big Ups is going to try to beat Augustin in the other game to just see whether Pretty Boy is going to have anything from here. But that is going to be very difficult. Do you see Flo Bena relaxing, or he would want to cement his position as the best in the group by also defeating Pretty Boy?
Well, we're just like traditional sports where we've got dominant teams like you could pick out Bayern Munich who do not just stop winning. Yeah. You could attribute Flo Bena in that regard. He always wants to win. He is a competitor. I'm not expecting anything down from him in this one. If Pretty Boy Dels is good enough to beat him, then fine. But I just know 100% that Flo Bena is not going to let this one go very, very easily. He wants to finish with maximum points, and he'll try his best to do so.
Well, I've seen a number of players in there, yes, and as you can see, a number of changes being done with some commitment in there. Donnarumma back in the post, and as you can see, Renato Sanchez for Pretty Boy would always be in midfield. Sergio Ramos in that midfield. Well, he's going with a 5-man back defensive unit.
Formation. Yeah. We've already established how difficult it is to break down when it comes to FIFA 23, and it's no surprise that both of them also have that in their arsenal. Now, I said earlier, with FIFA 23, and in fact, and previous FIFAs as well, you can create 4 formations. So this is their ultra defensive formation. So probably you're leading a goal to nil. 70th minute, 80th minute, you want to be able to keep the ball. You want to be able to have more men at the back. You go straight to your ultra defensive formation, which you can see in your shot in the white kit creating. If you are down by a goal, you want to score in the final minute, you go to your ultra attacking formation, and that is what these guys are going to do as we are heading straight into the virtual Parc des Princes for our final round of group games from Group B.
Well, let's see how things are going to pan out in the game. It's already set in motion. Well, still waiting to finalize the details. But if I should push you to the wall, who would your money be on?
Well, you put me to the wall like twice. I've had one right.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm 50-50 for this one. But with how Pretty Boy Dels wants the win, I wouldn't say Flo Bena doesn't want the win, but he kind of needs the win in some regard. So I'll probably put my money on the play province man because he needs the win more than Flo Bena first. So let's see how the game's playing.
Well, game begins, and just as you can see, Pretty Boy with a red Keza in the away kit for PSG. And Flo Bena in the traditional home kit for PSG as the one with the blue Keza. 2 minutes done, and let's see how the game is going to pan out. Is Flo Bena going to relax, so he's going to get another very good game, and that's a brilliant hit. But once again, Donnarumma pushing himself to his elastic limits to save that
I think
goal.
there's one thing to notice about how Flo Bernard plays. Within the first 5 minutes, he's looking to create chances.
Exactly.
Starting off as quickly as he can, and same way he did. But this time around, Pretty Boy was able to manage it. Now, one thing I love about tournaments like these and group stage games.
Yeah. But you know what? What Pretty Boy needs to do now is to just get a draw, and he moves into the next. Yeah, it's good to go. But is Flo Bernard going to relax? Well, it seems to be that one who is going to punish everyone this afternoon.
That's what I was trying to say. One thing I love about group stage games and tournaments like these is Pretty Boy has already seen Flo Bernard play twice. You could probably, he's probably seen what he can do to stop him. You've seen the tactics he's using. You've seen already the game styles that he's looking to be played. And for Flo Bernard also seen of Pretty Boy Del. So they know each other very, very well. If you've already seen your opponent play twice, you have to be picking up their game styles already. And it promises to be a very, very tight.
Well, Pretty Boy calmly playing it around. He knows he should get just a draw to move into the next stage of competition. And that's a very brilliant pass in there, but stopped right there in his tracks by Marquinhos, who has a very excellent save, block, I should say, interception of that pass. And Pretty Boy would definitely need to inject some bit of energy into his play, because it doesn't look like Flo Bernard is going to relax.
Yeah, unrelenting from the serial champ himself. Now, let me give you a bit of history on Flo Bernard and how he burst onto the scene with FIFA. Now, I said earlier on that probably the greatest FIFA esports player of all time in Ghana was Wonder Kid, and it kind of still is Wonder Kid. Nobody has been able to really break that spot. With FIFA 23, maybe Kennedy could be put in that mix. But it was Wonder Kid, and it was Wonder Kid for a very long while. But FIFA 18, our same organizers today, Ghana Esports Federation, the partnership with GGC, brought up that tournament where it was kind of Wonder Kid is going to win in that final. We saw a new player come onto the scene, Flo Bernard, coming up against Wonder Kid. Everybody had their money on the reigning champ Wonder Kid, but to our surprises, that was where the man actually burst onto the scene in that final, beating Wonder Kid, and he set that bar so high for himself. He's never let the standards drop, and that is where we are seeing him now, putting on excellent displays in the tournament like this.
Well, let's see what comes out of this. Progression being made. Renato Sanchez down the left flank, waiting for options, but that vacuum has been sealed. A quick delivery inside the opponent out, but very good blocking there. Interception from Paris Saint-Germain. Flo Bernard making sure that, and as much as his attack is just devastating, he has a very good defense to match up with. Well organized, and anytime they lose the ball, you see them quickly making the recovery to win possession. Ball down the right hand side, Renato Sanchez inside the penalty area. Kind of cut back door for him. He's still going in with a dribble. Neymar! And that's a finish. Brilliant pass and fantastic finish beyond the reach of the goalkeeper. Pretty Boy has been wounded. Flo Bernard.
Tiny details of that goal. You must be loving what you are seeing, but you've got to look at the tiny details. You clearly said when you were commentating on that one was looking for the cutback. But immediately he got into the cutback. Neymar had the ball, but a lot of defenses were there. That is where he went for the shot cancel. Shoot L2 R2, cancel that ball, kind of fake your opponent and green time the finish. And that's what happened there. Flo Bernard, I told you he was going to do everything in his power to win this game, and it seems like, well, he's starting to stuff now.
Well, let's see how things are going to pan out. Sergio Ramos, Flo Bernard still in control, with Ramos gets the quick ball down the right hand side, waiting to see how things will pan out. Hakimi down the right hand flank leaves the ball now for Renato Sanchez, who gave him an option. Neymar once again with a cutback, but this time around a side net, and that will end the first 45 minutes. Flo Bernard heating up after getting the opener.
He's putting on the banners now. Very, very strong move to end that first down, but it is expected from him. I just love that brilliant goal there. When it comes to FIFA, every year it's released. We've got updates. So even just take this FIFA that we are playing, FIFA 23. It kind of updates the system after every 2 months. So there are different ways of scoring, but you have to find a way to implement them even at the end of the game. And I feel like Flo Bernard has gotten everything down for himself. As Pretty Boy was almost grabbing the equalizer there, stepovers, bringing to the defense, but just couldn't find the finish. A very good opportunity for the play province man to grab an equalizer in the game. But so far, so good for Flo Bernard, who's currently holding on to that gear 1 goal.
Well, Pretty Boy needs to be doing some magic here Or probably we should get him some boxing game because the pretty boy on actual ground, Floyd Mayweather, never lost. So he needs to be letting his pretty works count. But Flo Bernard is not stopping the flow. Neither is he going to stop Bernard. And look at him, he's having fun with the console.
Wow. 57 minutes gone in a very tightly contested game. A game which has a lot placed on it. It could do a lot for all of these players in the group, maybe by Augustin, which we could say has safely exited the tournament at this point.
Yeah.
Even if he manages to win the final game,
he's out.
3 points.
He'll be out.
Sorry, Augustin, but that might be the end of the road for you. But it could
that could do pretty boy some good.
Yeah, of course. If he actually manages to be big ups. But this game has a lot of emphasis placed on it. It could really change the way Group A looks. And well, the final score is what we are all looking for, but we are not done yet. About 30 minutes to go with Flo Bernard not stopping any point in time to try to find more goals. Messi.
Pretty boy just needs to draw. A very great opportunity for him, and he runs into the penalty area. Kylian Mbappe, but his delivery comes off the body of Presnel Kimpembe, and Donnarumma will only pick up the scrap as a routine save.
Fortunate rebound from Mbappe as Dels was looking to capitalize on that fortune for him, but well, a very, very good defensive stance from Flo Bernard, able to win the ball back, and he's still hanging on to that one goal lead, which is holding the end. He wants to finish the group at the top, and not just finish at the top, but finish in style, get all 9 points, and then kind of send a warning to all the other opponents and all other groups that, hey, I'm not here to play, I'm still with Flo Bernard, that I am, well, he's looking to explode into life. Now, if Flo Bernard signed up to Explosion Esports, he kind of had this emotion that he was going to do immediately great things, but he hasn't really found out for FIFA 23 for him, and this could be the tournament. Imagine him winning the warm-up plus Esports Festival, and I'm sure the Explosion Esports team would be very, very happy with their signing, and he's 3 minutes away from finishing with maximum points in Group A. Messi. Flo Bernard left one up into Neymar, taking his time to really find the open man as well.
And he's not in a rush. He's not in a rush. You just need to play around to conserve your lead, because Pretty Boy is the one now in hot waters as he doesn't know what is happening in the other group match. And a delivery down the right hand side, good opportunity to send a cross in, but it comes off. Messi picks up the ball, looking forward. He goes through the middle.
Has to throw everything he's got at this one. The game is almost getting away from him. 5 minutes to go. Pretty boy Dels going to throw everything. But well, Flo Bernard with probably the first misplaced pass we'll see from him.
Yeah. And Pretty Boy in a rush to restart the game, gives the ball away. Ball drops to Kylian. Bam Marquinhos leaves the ball. Now Neymar Jr. gets into the penalty area. But once again, Ashraf Hakimi quickly drops in to help with defensive duties. He has just a minute to work out the magic. Ball down the right hand side. Kylian Mbappe with the run. He has Presnel Kimpembe. It's rather Marquinhos to be. Kylian Mbappe. He's been forced to restart play from behind, and that will be the end of the game. Pretty Boy has lost. Flo Bernard, 100% record. He did flow, and he's bent everyone down in his group. 9 points. And he's on a cruise.
And literally 9 goals too.
What an absolute perfection from him.
Wow. What a performance from Flo Bernard. Kind of reminding everybody why he's still at the top of his game. Finishing with maximum points. And well, it's an honor to actually.
Well, Pretty Boy waiting for what will come out of the other game. Well, we're getting details of that, but we'll also be welcoming some others from the other groups to finish their group matches as we progress into the round of 16. Well, versus the warm-up class Esports Festival, powered by 3 Sports here at TV3 Media General, together with the Ghana Esports Federation. Slice here is giving you loads you need to learn about e-gaming, esports, especially when it comes to EAFC, well, formerly FIFA. So if we say EAFC, just know that it is the rebrand of FIFA, as the brand right has been taken by FIFA for another thing. We don't know whether they're going to use it in a different game altogether. But the power of the game by EA Sports and EAFC is on now. Yes, FIFA 2023, that is the latest we are currently playing. And we just had an interesting Group A, where Floben are top with 9 points. We're still waiting for the result of the other game, which is yet to end. And as soon as we get it, we are going to feed you. But Sly, you've just been overly impressed with what Floben has delivered this afternoon. He's waiting to move to the next stage, and we'll still be waiting for which person he meets going into the next round. But with the sort of performance, sort of display, are you sure anyone can defeat him?
Well, we've got good players in there, even though his group players couldn't stop him.
Well, unfortunately, Augustine.
Wow, there's breaking news.
Augustine. And big ups are back here to finish up their game. So it means that we'll have PSG and PSG finish up. Well, it looks like someone is changing his team. Manchester United, Augustine. Yes, I wouldn't. Yes, he's already injured, so he doesn't fear anyone. Now, this is a great opportunity for big ups to get a victory. All he needs is to get a victory and get more goals, a lot of goals to get past what Pretty Boy
Dells beat Augustine by 3 goals to 0. He has to try to do better. Exactly. At least beat him by 5 or more, and he's safe to go through.
Yeah, because there's Pretty Boy has a plus of 2, and now Big Ups doesn't have a plus of any. So it means he scores above 2, he should at least get 3 in order to secure a place in. But don't forget, in the other game against Floben, he lost by how many? We'll try to get that, but I think he lost 2 goals to 0. 4.
I think 2 goals.
2 goals to 0. Yes, that is for Big Ups. So he needs to make sure that he scores. He lost 1-0. Yes, against.
Oh, that was a very close one.
A very close one in there.
So he's in a good position.
If very good position.
3 goals or more. That will be for him. But now Floben France. I think I've left one important detail out for you. Now you were speaking of how the GFA has come on board with the esports and everything. Last year and this year, we've had our players being flown to Dubai to play in the competition, the national qualifiers, and Floben is part of the national team for Ghana, the Black Asteroids. They are. And we have quite a number participating here today. The likes of Wonder Kid, which I mentioned, one of the best players of all time. We've got Guy Kobe, which we might be seeing on the stream as well. Kennedy, our current chosen champion, also in that team. Like the Ghana national team. So when you see them play, you know they are really good enough. And well, that's the reason why he's part of the national team. And I'm sure you see Floben play for the first time. You kind of understand the reason why he was
exactly. He understands the game. He understands the dynamic, and that's exactly what gave him. But talking about the likes of Kennedy, would you be expecting any upset in the group stages?
with what Floben has shown, it just shows like the top players were not here to play, and I'm expecting the same from the rest.
Well, let's get into the game, and Augustine will be looking forward to saving himself some pride. He's already lost 2 games.
Maybe we'll get our first goal from Augustine in the final game.
Well, it could be. He needs to score. My money is on him. Augustine, at least make me proud. Well, but Big Ups also has to save himself a place in the round of 16. That is the next round, but let's see how things will pan out for him.
I have a feeling this one is going to be a goals galore. But well, we are here for all the 90 minutes.
No need for you to defend. Great opportunity for Kylian Mbappe. He shoots wide. Big Ups with the first opportunity. But he shot wide. Another ball given away by Augustine. And what is Big Ups doing? If he needs to get a ticket to the next stage, he should be making very good use of these opportunities. And what was that effort from him?
Wow.
Disappointing. Some Big Ups.
Sometimes when you're gifted with opportunities like those, you just don't know what you're doing with yourself there. And in a situation like that, you could go for the direct shots, which he actually did, but you might not be guaranteed 100% goal. If you probably try
Wan-Bissaka gives the ball away, and it's an opportunity for Big Ups to find the opener. And this time around, Kylian Mbappe shoots beyond the reach of David De Gea. And that was a brilliant finish. He had 4 opportunities. By the 4th one, managed to end up in the net. And as Big Ups leading Augustine by a goal to 0. Augustine trying to get back into the game as quickly, but he gives the ball away. Neymar finds Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe gets past Wan-Bissaka. Kylian Mbappe inside the penalty area, waiting for more options. He's been forced back into an attacking area. Ball inside the penalty area. Lionel Messi, can he shoot from that position? He shoots, and that's the finish into the top left corner.
Incredible
On the
display from the Play Province player. You can tell he means business.
Exactly.
He
He
wants
needs
to
the
score
goals. And you can see Pretty Boy waiting for the results. Pretty Boy
he
should
won't
play.
be happy with what he's seeing. Excellent shot cancel from Big Ups with Lionel Messi there to get away from his defender. Powering that shot. It's not always that you'd have to go for the finesse shot. Sometimes power those shots in and you might just grab yourself a goal. Magidi spin cancel.
And that's the third goal for Big Ups. Kylian Mbappe.
3 goals to 0 now. The goals
Big
are
Ups
just
leading
coming.
by 3 goals to 0. Augustin is still not able to score, but I trust him. He's going to get his goal. Don't you think so?
Hopefully.
Augustin is in the penalty area. He shoots, but too lame an effort. And it's picked up by Donnarumma. Leaves it for Sanchez. Back to Ramos. Verratti finds Neymar. Neymar down the left-hand side of attack, just over the halfway line. Back into the center circle. Still in Augustin's half. Manchester United, they seem to be no match for PSG. Ball down the right-hand side inside the penalty area. He drops for Lionel Messi. He dribbles and he shoots, but great save from David De Gea.
Or causing Big Ups to recycle play. You have to play in that low block. Allow him to recycle play. Allow him to go and rethink his decision of trying to attack your goal. But it's just too easy for him.
And it's so easy for him to dribble.
Another opportunity, but just offside without one.
He's been saved by the flag. Saved by the flag in there.
Well, Big Ups almost booking a ticket to the next round of the competition by starting the first half in the best possible way. Kindly leading by 3 goals to 0. It almost feels like every chance he gets, he's going to find the back of the net. Messi, 10-8, here comes Big Ups once again. And on the rebound, Marco Verratti can smash that into the open goal there.
Wow. It's just a total massacre. And as you can see, it's getting difficult, much more tougher for Augustin. 4th goal already in there, looking for a further quick delivery down the right-hand side. But Verratti has been stopped. Sergio Ramos picks it up.
I'm hearing that the record for so far the tournament has been 6 goals, which we saw from Flo Bernard. Do you think we could break it here?
Well, I think Big Ups has every great opportunity, and that is the 5th goal after just 42 minutes. And Augustin, I don't know. I should play with Augustin.
Big Ups leading
5 goals
now.
I should be playing with Augustin. Augustin is being walloped in here, and my colleague Yao Fosu. Well, seeing how things will pan out, 6 goals to 0 only happened in the first game. Wow.
Well, emphatic first half from Big Ups. Going into a game like this, you've got at the back of your mind, you need goals to qualify.
Yeah.
And he's done just that. Very, very strong first half from him. Scoring at every chance he's gotten, and so far, brilliant display on show. The Play Province man proving why he is touted as one of the best in the country. I told you already, he is the Ultimate Battle Season 1 champion, the GGC Champions League champion as well. A tournament organized by Kodo Sheldon. He also won that one as well. So yeah, Big Ups starting his stuff in his final game to safely book passage into the next round of the competition.
Well, Augustin may probably be looking forward to getting a consolation. At least at this tournament, he should score a goal. But Big Ups, it's so unforgiving. He's looking at amassing all the points in this game as well as all the goals. Quick ball down the right-hand side. Very good gather there by Anthony. Anthony, he's been forced to get back to Wan-Bissaka. Bissaka waits for more options, but that's a poor pass in there. And Big Ups will be looking forward to that opportunity to get to the goal. Lindelof finding Sancho. Sancho to Rashford. You can look at the organization from Augustin with the way he's positioned his players, and that raises a lot of questions. The reason why the midfield is as loose as you can see it. Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe loses control of the ball. Ball drops to Sancho.
Well, for skillful players with FIFA 23, all you do is the skill moves, but sometimes you have to shoot. And when the green times that one, Neymar makes it 6, and we are almost at the record-breaking point.
Well, would you say Augustin made a mistake by going for Manchester United?
They
seem no match.
I wouldn't say it's a mistake. If he's a skiller, you'd like to go for United because they've got a lot of 5-star
6-0.
5-star skillers in there. We've got Rashford, he's got Sancho, he's got Anthony on the right wing. But the defense is not just good enough. And sometimes picking United, you can cause damage for your own self. But coming up against the likes of Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, they are so difficult to stop, and it's no surprise that he's down by 6 goals to 0.
Let's see what comes out. Ball gets back to David De Gea. Gaston is trying to make sure he keeps the ball to while away time. Big Ups is unconcerned. He would love to score a lot more, but he's already qualified. Judging by the 6 goals he already has in his bank. 4 points, tying with Pretty Boy. But he has superior goal advantage, and I'm sure Pretty Boy will be casting his stars. When I met Augustin, I should have walloped him. Great opportunity for a 7th. Can he break the record? He's just dilly-dally, and he does it. Wait, cheeky ease. This was too easy for him. 7-0.
I don't want to see the group standings and Augustin's goal difference at this point.
Well, it will be amazing, but we're definitely going to show it.
Yeah. Crazy.
15 more minutes, 14 I should say.
The cruelty of FIFA esports. When you meet someone who's just better than you, you just can't stop them from scoring. And at this point, big ups.
It's been a total annihilation of Augustin at this tournament, and I'm sure he'll be casting his stars. He will go back home and tell his story. Next day he'll be back, you know. In other subsequent tournaments, you should have healed yourself.
But funny thing is, you'd probably go to Augustin's local area, and he's probably the local champion there. So he just has to work on his game a bit. Now you've played against the best in the country. You know what it takes to beat them. You know what you have to improve on. So yeah, it's more to learn from Augustin.
Well, Augustin, don't worry, I'll pay Sly. He's going to take you through the lessons to get better for subsequent tournaments. Game getting already done.
With just 5 minutes to go, Messi, the step over is coming.
Let's see how things will pan out, and we're finishing up. And
still wants more goals.
Well, we've come to the end of the first round of the Warm-Up Plus Esports Festival here, powered by 3 Esports together with the Ghana Esports Federation at TV3 Media General. And the first round has ended. Brilliant pieces of football, and Flo Bernard tops the group. Big Ups places second with his 4 points. And the game ends as we look forward to the other matchups. Sly will quickly have his word on the first round of games that we've played, and then we'll wrap it all up before we get into the knockout stages.
In a tightly contested group in Group A, you had the likes of Flo Bernard, Big Ups, Pretty Boy Dells. We knew one of these two would qualify. Just unfortunately that it was Pretty Boy Dells who had to be left out, but an excellent showing from Group A so far. I just can't wait for what is next to happen.
Well, next up is the round of 16 where we get into the knockout stages. And you are out. It's the Warm-Up Plus Esports Festival here on TV3, powered by 3 Sports together with the Ghana Esports Federation. Stay tuned, we'll be bringing you a lot more. Yeah, I go the inside there, go check on what they do. So you go fit off and give me.